You guys are in for a real treat. There is hay in the cupboard. So moody. I love it. I'm sure we're all spray paint people. It was gonna cost me $140 plus tax. I'm matching my furniture. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. If you're new here, hi, my name's Mahala and this is Ala Mahala. On my channel I do DIYs, room makeovers, and of course furniture flips, which is what we're going to be doing today. I actually flipped another piece that was from this set. So what I'm sitting on right now is a TV console. There was also a cabinet and I found both of them on the side of the street. The cabinet I've already flipped, so I will link that video above for you guys. I turned it into a plant cabinet and I think it worked out really well. If you haven't seen it, definitely check that one out. But today we're working on this TV console, and who doesn't need a TV console in this day and age of Netflix, Prime, Disney, and all those other streaming places? So I thought it would be a really great piece to flip. I am actually going to try and flip this in 24 hours, and right now, I don't know why I looked at my wrist. I don't wear a watch. Oh, it's a bit late. It is 1:39, so I'm going to try and have this whole thing flipped, looking gorgeous, ready to go in 24 hours. First up on today's flip agenda is to remove the doors, drawers, and also give this piece a really big clean because it's pretty nasty. Oh my god, you guys, I just opened this second cupboard and there is hay in the cupboard. Hay, like actual, like hay in the cupboard. I'm not 100% sure what this was before, but I'm thinking like a rabbit lived in there, probably. I don't know, I mean like there's scratches all over this piece, so right, and like nibble marks, so I'm gonna assume rabbit. Otherwise, I have absolutely no idea. I did also find a menu for Pokeballs as well. So, you know, I don't really know what these people had going on before, but we're gonna get rid of it. This is not for rabbits. I haven't done a dirty water shot on my channel for quite some time, and with this one you guys are in for a real treat. It's look at that. And remember, I vacuumed first as well. It's really gross. This is why you clean your pieces. Another thing that's really important, just so you guys know, is that when you have wiped down your piece of furniture with whatever you use, so like today I use the TSP or Dawn dish soap or whatever it is, also go back over it with warm water that has no soap, no nothing on it, just so you get rid of all of that residue. Super important. You don't want the residue kind of impacting your paint finish. Now that I've got this piece nice and clean, I'm gonna make a mess again, which I will also have to clean up, but it needs to have a scuff sand before I can paint. And so I'm just gonna go in with a 220 grit sandpaper, scuff sand the whole thing. On the cabinet that I did, which is from the same kind of designer, I did actually do a paint test to see if I needed to scuff sand, prime, or just paint straight on, and it was determined that all I needed to do is give this piece of scuff sand and the paint will adhere really well. And I am actually going to scuff sand the whole thing except for inside the cabinet at the bottom, but I will be scuff sanding inside the cabinets at the top because I am actually going to paint inside there, just not inside the bottom cabinets.
You and I, we met a Tuesday morning.
So So because of the potential rabbit or some sort of creature, there are a couple spots on the doors, the cabinet doors, and also on the actual cabinet itself that have some scratch or nibble marks that we definitely need to repair. To do that, I'm just going to go in with some wood filler. I'm just using natural color. It doesn't really matter because I will be painting this piece.
I wanted an adventure. I wanted something new. I gave you half my heart and figure.
The wood filler is all sanded off on those two areas that needed a little bit of sanding. I've also taped off this cabinet in the parts I don't want painted, which means it is obviously time to paint. And this is a color that I actually have never used before. It's called Soapstone by Fusion Mineral Paint. It's a paint, primer, top coat, all in one paint. I actually really love Fusion. I use it pretty much in all my projects. And look at that color. So moody. I love it. Definitely be curious to know if you guys are more of a roll-on paint person or a paintbrush paint person. I'm sure we're all spray paint people. I'm sure we're all paint sprayer people, but for me, unfortunately, I can't use a paint sprayer in my apartment, so I definitely prefer to roll on. Let me know in the comments below which one you actually prefer to do. It was a little tricky to take you guys in here, so I did the best that I could. For now though, my partner is about to come home, which means I'm gonna have the car. So we're gonna go to Home Depot and we'll pick up some wooden dowels to pop along the drawer fronts and the cabinet door fronts as well. Let's head to Home Depot. Well, I went to Home Depot and I was there to buy some wooden dowels, kind of, you know, like a thin wooden dowel like this. And I pulled out all of the wooden dowels that I thought I was gonna need, which is around about 100 of them. Then I did some math. And at $1.40 a piece, it was gonna cost me $140 plus tax to actually have enough wooden dowels to cover the cabinet doors and drawers, which I don't know about you guys, but $140 is way too much. So my backup plan was to use bamboo skewers. They are significantly cheaper, which is great, good plan. However, I couldn't get any long enough to run the length of the cabinet door. So I spent last night and this morning trying to contemplate some different ideas. One of those ideas was to use this sort of like vintagey style wallpaper, which I have used on a couple of projects before and then painted in the soapstone color. But because I've used it on a couple of projects before, I really wanted to try something a little different. So I'm not gonna do this. It feels like the safe choice, and I could always do it later if I don't like, you know, the result of what I'm planning to do, which is taking the sort of original idea that I had with the wooden dowels, which was with the cabinets, I wanted to have the wooden dowels sit going this way, and then on the drawers have it sit going this way. So it was kind of a little bit, I don't know, dynamic and interesting. So I'm gonna do that, but with spray paint instead, and a little more spaced out than what I was going to do with the wooden dowels, which I was going to have them sort of sitting flush to each other. So I'm going to get my soapstone paint on all of those surfaces, then tape off my stripes and get ready to spray paint. I'm so uncertain about this, but again, this was a free piece, so it's the perfect opportunity to experiment, which I love. Let's add some stripes. quick update. Before we jump into actually getting these doors done, this project has not been done in 24 hours. I got sick. You can probably still hear a little husk in my voice. I am first day kind of like up and working on projects in about a week. So super fun, but we're gonna get into it. So before I can actually spray paint, I do need to do one other step, and I definitely recommend it for you guys. If you're someone that is even a little bit of a perfectionist, this step is super important. I ignored it for so long, and I am definitely a little bit of a perfectionist, but I ignored this for a really long time because it was an extra step and I was like, it'll be fine. It's never been fine. Essentially, that step is to paint on top of your tape the base color before you put on the top color. So for example, with this, my base color is soapstone. So I need to take a roller, go over this with the soapstone, let it dry, and then I can go back in with my spray paint. Once I've done that, it will mean that anything that's gonna seep underneath the tape will be the soapstone, which means I'm not gonna have blurry lines. I'm gonna have really clean lines, hopefully. Your inner perfectionist will thank you if you do this, I promise.
Fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but
It's time. I've just got the Rustoleum Vintage Gold spray paint. I need to get a mask and then we're gonna spray it on.
back when I'm with you. It's deja vu.
So I've got 2 coats on, and I think I want to take the tape off before I do the drawers just to check how it looks, if I hate it. And also it's always good to take tape off when the paint is still wet, apparently.
Don't say it's over. Shouldn't be coming back, but somehow we connect. Acting drunk even though we're sober. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. Fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat cause we're scared of the
It actually looks really cool. I kind of like it. And the stripes are basically flawless. Do this tip. I've never thought that I could have such clean lines before. So delicious. I love it. My original hardware plan was a little different, but then I got sick and I forgot to order it, so it wouldn't arrive in time for this video to go out for you guys. So instead I went through my stash and I've got these black simple pulls, and then I have these, my last 2 T pulls. So we're actually going to go with the combination of the 2, so these for the drawers, these for the cupboard doors, but to make sure that the gold is the same across everything. I'm going to spray paint these to make sure that they match and then get them onto the cabinet and the drawers. This is the real test. When I put on the doors and put the drawers back in, will I like it?
There's a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again?
We're done! I really like it actually. I think it looks very cool, and wait, I'm gonna do a thing. I'm matching my furniture. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I think it looks pretty cool actually. I wasn't too sure if I was gonna like the stripes, but definitely got a little bit of that like pinstripe suit vibe, hence my own suit jacket. I think I would have really loved the wooden dowel look as well, but this is pretty cool. I think it's understated, not my own personal style normally, which hedges a little more vintage, but I like trying different things. I think it's a good thing to do, especially when a piece of furniture is for free, which this one was. It was on the side of the street, so it's a good good experiment for me. You may have also noticed I didn't do a top coat. I'm thinking about it, but I think I want to leave it for now because the Fusion has a built-in top coat and it's a TV stand, so it's not necessarily going to have like a lot of things, like a TV on it or some books, some, you know, small decor pieces, but that's kind of it really. I mean, that's all I would put on a TV stand, so it won't really have a lot of other stuff. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it with the Fusion built-in top coat, but if I change my mind, I'll probably update you guys on Instagram. So if you don't follow me over on Instagram, definitely jump on there and follow me there. Also remember to subscribe to this channel if you like this video. I'll see you guys next week with another flip. Bye. That's not so bad, it's not so bad. I'm really enjoying having a battery operated drill.